that this was aired, you may not have ever seen it.
Right.
This is actually only the second time period that this has been on television. And you have this beautiful, think of a half moon.
Right.
A curved piece, first of all, to cut.
I know.
The lapis.
Right.
Forget about a straight line.
Right.
Curve.
When you curve that, what happens is you do lose a lot of material because, you know, it's, as opposed to having a flat, and then even if, I mean, this is a cut to fit piece. The other thing, too, is keep in mind that lapis right now only comes from one place in the world, and that is the land of Afghanistan. And even in Afghanistan, it is in, you know, it's a very tough area to where you mine.
Yeah.
So it's a stone that's highly, highly sought after. And lapis has always been sort of an exotic stone that people have collected. You know, when you go to these auctions where things are being auctioned off for thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions of dollars, occasionally you'll see lapis come up. So I'm not saying that the lapis is that, you know, to that value, but people have collected them. You know, it belongs in their estate. So this is, you know, and reasonably so, because you'll see this like a gold flecks all over. And Afghanistan, you know, is a tough place to mine anything right now. Yeah. And once you mine it, to get it out. But what we do is we've actually given you that collector's look in the area of lapis, because we've cut it in a, because, you know, in the old days, people who would travel all over would actually just go and, you know, travel and get their lapis and get it, you know, cut to fit. I mean, they didn't have the 8x6s or 10x8s. They didn't have, you know, this is all, used to be all free form. So I've given you that exact same look. I think also the color is just shockingly beautiful. For those of us who paint, this would be like what we call the ultramarine blue. And we use that for mixing our own grays and the blues. And, you know, I mean, I use ultramarine blue for almost everything. In fact, actually, I think that the Mona Lisa was painted with lapis, you know, ground up lapis. So really, it's one of those things that are just always been sought after. You're going to be able to get it for some incredible price. You know, if you go to your department store today and you look for lapis, and if you find anything, it's not going to have these gold flecks. It won't be free-form custom cut. Yes. And it'll still be, you know, $400 or $500 in silver.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I adore this piece. I also love the volume on this. You know, these are the kind of, you know, when I go to Tucson, I don't just go and buy them. I go and look for the impossible, even within Tucson. You know what I mean? There are some lapis there, but, I mean, I wasn't happy with the lapis we were finding until last year. I mean, really, every year, that's the one that was on my checklist, and I was getting them. But, you know, so many people are just so desperate to get any lapis just because it is such a beautiful, beautiful color.
And that's what you want to look for, you know, when you consider the fact, and by the way, don't forget, yellow sapphire.
Yeah, yellow sapphire.
You know, you're getting the bezel set yellow, and it's very hard to see, but you will see it. You get the yellow sapphire bezel set on either side in the gallery right there. Also, under gallery, beautiful under gallery. So everything about this piece, 3 flex pays, and I'm being told we need to move because it is on its way out the door. 964-139 is the item number. Please stay on the phone lines to make sure that you get yours.
I have to show you.
Stay there.
Look. You know, what's really neat about ultramarine blue is that when we, look at how great that looked. We're going to go like this. It's fabulous. Okay, now, here is the exotic, the super exotic.
That's fantastic.
Super exotic.
Fantastic. All right, stay on the phone lines, and I want to remind you of a couple things, and that has sold out. Thanks a million for your phone calls. Okay, the bracelet.